In the year 3124, the galaxy no longer felt infinite. Humanity had learned to cross the stars with grace, building floating stations, crystal-like cities, and quiet sanctuaries between the planets. Even with all this progress, people still longed for the same things they always had: peace, silence, a place to drift in thought, a place where the heart could rest. One such place was Station Helios 04, a tranquil structure orbiting the blue planet Nerelis. The station was shaped like a soft ring of silver metal, its surface reflecting two nearby suns that bathed it in gentle gold. As Helios turned slowly in space, ribbons of cosmic dust shimmered around it, carried by magnetic tides that glowed faintly in shades of turquoise and violet. Inside this quiet sanctuary lived Saren, a technician of few words and a calm presence. Saren had soft dark hair tied back loosely, gentle eyes that seemed always half lost in thought, and a way of moving that felt as if he floated more than walked. He maintained the garden domes, made sure the air circulation systems hummed at the right rhythm, and above all, cared for the station's most precious treasure, the memory crystal. The memory crystal hovered inside a circular chamber with a transparent ceiling that opened directly to the stars. The sphere floated a few inches above its cradle, turning slowly, glowing with pale white light. Inside the crystal shimmered fragments of dreams, not images or words, but emotions, memories, gentle echoes left by travelers who had passed through Helios over the last century. The dreams felt alive. Anyone approaching the crystal could feel faint ripples of calm and warmth spreading through the air. Saren visited the crystal every evening. He would stand before it, hands behind his back, listening to the soft hum it released. The hum changed slightly each day, shaped by the dreams recently added to its shimmering surface. Sometimes it sounded like distant waves, other times like soft lilting notes from an unknown instrument. Tonight the hum was warm and low, like a gentle heartbeat. As Saren adjusted the crystal's containment field, the station's sensors alerted him of an incoming vessel, a shuttle traveling solo. Small, low-energy signature. No escort. He moved to the docking bay to receive it. When the airlock doors opened, a young woman stepped into the station. She had silver hair tied in a delicate knot, pale skin illuminated by the soft blue lights of the corridor, and eyes that carried a quiet sadness. A small travel bag hung from her shoulder. "Welcome to Helios 04, Saren said with a gentle voice. "You may rest here for as long as you need." The woman nodded. "My name is Lira," she said softly. Saren studied her for a moment, sensing an echo in her presence, something heavy yet tender. He recognized travelers who came for the gardens or the quiet, but Lira felt different. Her steps were slow, careful, as if she feared that the station might vanish if she moved too fast. They walked together through the softly lit corridors. The station was built to encourage peace. No sharp angles, no harsh lights. Everything curved gently like water flowing through space. The garden dome glowed with bioluminescent plants that responded to the rhythm of human breath. The observation decks were filled with slow drifting light that changed with the movement of the stars outside. Lira stopped near a window overlooking Nerelis. "Do many come here?" she asked. "Only those who are tired," Saren answered. "Or those who are searching." She looked down. "I suppose I am both." He waited, allowing silence to make space. "They told me the memory crystal is here," she continued. "They said it holds fragments of dreams collected from travelers." She hesitated, then added, almost whispering, "Someone I cared for passed through here years ago. I do not know if his dream remained, but I had to come. Saren's voice softened. Dreams never disappear entirely. They leave traces. The crystal remembers them. If you feel he left something behind, you may be right. Alara's gaze trembled. What was his name? Saren asked. Kyle, she replied. He was a dreamer. He always looked toward distant horizons, and he told me once that he wanted to leave a piece of his heart wherever the stars carried him. Saren nodded slowly. Then the crystal may hold something of him. He led her to the chamber. The circular room was silent. Only the hum of the crystal filled the air. When Alara stepped inside, the sphere glowed slightly brighter. Sensing her presence, she approached it carefully, almost reverently. The crystal's light rippled like soft auroras, shifting from white to faint gold and back again. Saren watched as Alara placed her hand near the surface, not touching it, but letting the warmth brush her skin. The crystal responded. A single pulse of low, soothing sound filled the chamber. Alara inhaled sharply, eyes widening. I felt something, she whispered. It felt familiar. Dreams recognize hearts, Saren said. Alara closed her eyes. The crystal's glow wrapped around her like a quiet embrace. She could feel emotions rising gently, not suddenly or painfully, but like slow waves returning to a forgotten shore. She saw glimpses, a hand reaching for hers, a smile, the soft sound of laughter echoing beneath starlight, a memory of sitting on a rooftop with Kyle, watching meteors streak across the sky. Her breath trembled. He was here, she whispered. I feel him. Saren nodded. The crystal is showing you the dream he left behind. Alara kept her eyes closed. Can I see it? Truly? You can enter it, Saren said, if you wish. Alara opened her eyes slowly. How? Serene adjusted the controls on the cradle. The crystal lowered slightly. A soft cloud of shimmering dust formed around it, swirling gently. Step into the field, he instructed. The crystal will guide you. It will not show more than you can bear. Alara hesitated only a moment before stepping forward. The light of the crystal expanded, wrapping around her like gentle water. The chamber dissolved. The walls faded into soft glow. She felt weightless. Then she felt ground beneath her feet. She opened her eyes. She stood on a quiet shoreline beneath a sky filled with stars. The horizon shimmered in twilight purple. Waves of glowing water lapped gently at her feet. The scene was impossibly beautiful, more vivid than any living memory. And sitting on a rock near the water's edge was Kale. He looked just as she remembered. Bright eyes, kind smile, hair tousled by eternal wind. He turned and saw her, and his smile deepened with warmth. Alara, he said softly. Her heart broke open. Kyle, she whispered. She ran to him, but when she reached him, her hands passed through gently like touching light. He was not solid. He was a dream, a memory, a fragment of what once was. But the emotion was real. I left this dream here, Kyle said. I knew someday you might come. I wanted a place where you could find me. Tears slid down Alara's cheeks. I missed you, she whispered. Kyle looked at the horizon. I wanted you to keep living, to keep dreaming. I knew I could not return. So I gave the memory of my hope to the stars, and they carried it here, to this quiet place. Alara sat beside him, surrounded by soft lights drifting across the waves. I did not know if I would find you, she said. You always had the strength to, he replied. You follow your heart, and hearts are better guides than star maps. The dream world shifted gently. A warm breeze carried faint whispers of distant voices, echoes of other dreams stored in the crystal. I cannot stay forever, can I? Elara asked softly. Kael shook his head. No, dreams are bridges, not destinations. She nodded, though her heart ached. When you wake, Kael added, you must keep moving forward. Carry me with you, not as a weight, but as a light. Elara leaned her head against the glowing outline of his shoulder, and though her body passed through, she felt the warmth of him. The dream began to fade. Elara, Kael said gently, look at the horizon before you go. She looked. The sky opened in a breathtaking sweep of color, gold, violet, deep blue, and far in the distance, she saw a new planet, glowing softly, waiting like a promise. That is where you must go next, Kael said. Your future is not behind you, it is beyond your fear. The world dissolved into soft white glow. Elara's body felt light, then grounded again. She opened her eyes. She was back in the chamber. Saren stood quietly nearby. You saw him, he said. Elara nodded, tears falling silently. Did he speak to you? Saren asked. Yes, she whispered. He told me to keep going. Saren placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. Dreams are powerful. They protect what matters most. Elara looked at the memory crystal. The light inside was gentler now, calmer, as if reflecting her new resolve. I think I know where to go next, she said. Then Helios has done its work, Saren replied. Elara gathered her small bag, took one last look at the crystal, and bowed her head in gratitude. As she walked toward her shuttle, the station lights followed her softly, as if wishing her well. Saren watched from the window as Elara's vessel drifted away, disappearing into the glowing cosmic dust. He returned to the memory crystal and listened to its hum. Tonight it sounded different, warmer, filled with echoes of hope. He closed his eyes, letting the soft sound wash over him. Helios 04 continued to drift through space, carrying dreams, memories, and quiet stories through the endless horizon. And somewhere beyond the stars, Elara traveled toward her future, guided by the light of a dream that had never truly left her. The galaxy was wide, her heart was steady, and the night was kind.